My name is Rogério, and I'm really excited to show you this. Our all-new Optimization Studio. If you're on the AI scene, you have noticed by now that the current way that the industry ensures quality is by just doing vibe checking, meaning you run an example through your LLM, you just prompt a little bit, and then you look at the response, you think, yeah, I think that's good enough, you try it another one, that's it. It's not very scientific or accurate, is it? So we built the Optimization Studio to solve that. If you heard about the DSPy framework, we build on the same fundamentals, and then you can have way more rigor instead of just relying on vibe checking. But before that, let's take a step back. If you don't know already, LangWatch is a very complete LLM monitoring platform. You can see all your messages flowing through here, you can dive into all the conversations, plot analytics with all the data that you capture, and of course measure the quality by adding one of our many evaluators. What we build now, to leverage all the power of this platform, is the Optimization Studio. This beautiful interface that you can see as your laboratory to bring your prompts and LLMs here and be really sure of the quality that is going in your product. So let's come back to our example here. If you ever built a RAG, this should be very familiar to you. We have here a generate query node. This is an LLM call that takes the user question and generates the query. And then we have a database or a vector database for us to search documents that we pass this query and then retrieve some contexts to then go to another LLM and finally answer the user question. However, we don't want just to build a RAG. We want to ensure this is the best RAG there is. So there are two key components here. One is the dataset that serves as an entry point. So instead of giving one example each time by hand, I have a dataset with a list of questions. It doesn't need to be many, so I might have written those together with my customer, or maybe I grabbed them from production, from our monitoring, or it's an external dataset that we just uploaded in here, right? And then the other piece of the puzzle is the evaluators. You need to have a way to measure the quality. And thankfully, we have all the LangWatch evaluators here available. This allows us to run not one, but all inputs through and check if they're correct. And then when I click Run Evaluation, all my test examples will run through my LLM pipeline, and the evaluator will tell if it's correct or not, or give it a score, depending on how you set it up. We got 5.9% in this case, which is very low. But if you look at closely, that's mostly because of style. So we need to write better prompts. However, we have two prompts to be written here, one for this LLM call and one for this other one. And I could write them by hand. You see this one doesn't have a prompt either. However, we are on the Optimization Studio, so we can actually click this button, Optimize, and use one of the DSPy optimizers, for example my Pro V2, which is an expert in writing prompts. I click this button, and then the optimizer immediately starts running and trying new prompts for me. On the first step, it actually tries the initial prompts without changing anything. And then as the step goes, it's trying different ones to improve the quality. Until it found this one with 32% accuracy. That's good enough for me. Let me stop here. I can then simply click this button, apply optimization, and boom. When I look at my LLM notes, the new prompts are there. You can then publish this new optimized version of your app and then use it from an API to call it from your systems. By the way, everything is versional on the Optimization Studio, so you can compare the quality of different versions in different points of time, and you can go back if you make any bad changes. That's it. There's thousands more to explore on the Optimization Studio, but I'll stop here for this sneak peek. If you like the idea already, please give us a star on GitHub. And if you're curious for more, check our documentation and register. Let's book a quick demo so you can try it out yourself.